Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late March 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you out there. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Aries collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what we got for you. Okay, my guys. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it popping. What's going on for my Aries collective, please, my guides? And I would also like to wish all of you who are on that Pisces Aries cusp a very happy birthday. It is almost Aries season, so happy birthday to us, right? Let's get one card out here, please. And the deck is being specific. You know I always like that when the cards come out specifically. I only read jumpers, and there they go. All right, so there is something about aesthetics and looks. You might be like really paying attention to how you're looked at, how you're perceived, but it could mean a lot of other things. There's a lot of layers to that card. Now, before we start pulling back the layers of that onion, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a look at this imagery. So we see this woman in that big, beautiful blue dress. She's looking at herself in the mirror. In the room, there are mirrors plastered all over the place. So the first thing I always think with this card is appearances. So like I was saying, in this time, you might be paying attention to your physical appearance. This could also be a very Queen of Wands type of energy as well. Self-confidence, things of that ilk could be at the forefront for you. But there is a little warning with this card as well, especially if you're connected to anybody that's a little egotistical, right? You might be having issues with someone that is very full of themselves or just cares too much about what other people think. And I know that's not a huge Aries quality, but let's put her down. We're going to get into tarot. As I always say, that first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's shuffle it up one time. Let's get you 3 in the upright before we get the intuitive, juicy stuff going. Talk to me, my guides. What do we got? So, before we get underway with this, last week's reading was titled A Massive Reward. So hopefully a lot of you have had one come in. If not, that energy could still be sticking around. But there was a very rewarding type of energy to be had. Whether it's getting recognition, notoriety for effort you've put forth, a payoff of some kind. It was a good energy. So let's get you 3 out here. Energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So we could be looking at your energy or somebody else's. Let's get you 3. There's a lot of beautiful Aries out there in the world. What do we got this week? Late March, my gods. Moving on into Aries season. Okay. All right. Now, this isn't very Aries-like type of energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles in position number 1. So we're starting a little slow. Okay. Now, this could be very good. Let's pull more cards and see what it's about. Because that is very methodical, slow moving. Hopefully you're not feeling like something's not changing or things are going through the muck. Okay, here we go. The Emperor, the Aries card. I could already tell this is going to be an interesting one, my friends. I'm going to get you one more out here. And then we'll start tying this together. That's a very authoritative type of energy. So I feel like that could be a big focal point of this reading. All right, we have the 9 of Swords, a little bit of stress. So this obviously doesn't have to be you on the back end, but this is an interesting layout, the way these energies are spread with that 9 of Swords on the back end. Now, let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get that juicy, intuitive stuff. And at first glance, there seems to be a lot of back and forth, stop and go. With the Pentacles and the Air, these are totally different types of energies with Aries smack dab in the middle. So for a lot of you, pay extra attention this time not to get mixed up in other people's stuff. Hopefully nobody's trying to pull you into their issues or drama. Position number 1, though, we have the Knight of Pentacles. For a portion of you, this could be an earth sign that you're connected to. Like I was saying, very slow and steady, methodical, right? This can be very good. This could be, once again, a reward, a payoff, something that you've worked very hard towards for a long time. But it could also be a little bit frustrating, especially when we have a card of stress with the 9 of Swords. So there could be something where the progress just, you're not really liking it. It could be moving too slow. You're wanting bigger gains. So this could be a very important card when we clarify it, right? Because it's moving slowly, if moving at all, right? Slow as molasses. So hopefully there's not a lot of stuff that's like stuck in the muck here. But moving to the center, we have the Emperor card. If you're new to tarot, the Emperor is one of the cards that represent the zodiac sign of Aries. So the clarifier for that could be extra important in my simplistic style of reading. It could tell us something you might be feeling, something that might be coming towards you. It could also tell us something that may happen within Aries season. When we see the Emperor, though, it usually represents, if not Aries, authority figures. Could be older male figures like fathers, grandfathers, things like that. This is a shot caller type of energy as well. So some of you might just be in that mode right now in life where you're like, I'm going to take control. Things aren't moving to my liking, or I don't like how that's looking. I'm going to call the shots. This is my show to run in some sort of way. So we want to see what that's about, because it could also be a little overbearing sometimes, the Emperor. It could represent somebody that is overly controlling. So hopefully there's not a control battle or struggle happening. Moving to the back end, we have the Nine of Swords. Now, I've seen this energy in recent weeks for Aries. It's been through a lot of the zodiac signs. The Nine of Swords, you see this person, it looks like they're in their bed, they can't sleep, they're crying. So in this time, you might be having issues sleeping. Make sure you're getting proper rest, relaxation, recuperation. But this could be somebody that is very nervous, stressed out, anxious. So totally opposite from this slow and steady energy. So there could be a lot of things happening around you. Your schedule might be hectic, or there's a lot of energies affecting you, especially with the Emperor smack dab in the middle of this spread. Or this could just be someone you're linked to where like mentally they're not in the best shape. I always say with the Nine of Swords, it's also one of my cards of the paranormal. So for a portion of the Aries collective, you might be having some more paranormal experiences than you normally do, specific if you're very sensitive to energy. But with all that being said, I want to dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Aries, please. Talk to me, my guides. Aries, late March. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Knight of Pentacles. Because depending on that clarifier, that could shift a lot of things. So why is that Knight of Pentacles here? Oh, also, if you're a tarot reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. So if you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aries, you could drop it down below. I don't mind. All right, Knight of Pentacles here. Why is the Knight of Pentacles in the mix? Thank you. Ten of Wands. Yeah. So there could be something that you wish, or you might wish you could just like snap your fingers and make it happen. Some of you could be experiencing what a lot of other people say about Aries, a little impatience, right? Like there could be something that is a little frustrating here. That's what I'm picking up here in the front end with the 10 of Wands in the upright underneath this Knight of Pentacles. It's something that is just moving slowly uphill. You ever see like cartoons or shows where somebody's pushing a boulder uphill? That's kind of the vibe I'm picking up here. So hopefully you're not dealing with too many things that feel immovable, like you're walking through the muck. Absolutely in this time, you really want to take care of your body, your mind, your soul, because this is a burdensome type of energy. Now, for a portion of you, if you are connected to an earth sign, they could be carrying some sort of burden or guilt with this card, maybe even injury. But to me, this is an energy of frustration up in the front. So there could be various situations or issues that feel very frustrating to you in this time. Let's keep moving over, though. I don't want to get hung up here. It is what it is. But either various things or something in particular, it's just like very frustrating. I wish I could just change it right now. I wish I could just like leap forward in time a little bit. Let's see what's up with the Emperor. Why is the Emperor here? And I really want to get over to that Nine of Swords too. Interesting. Seven of Cups, wow. Okay. A lot of you might be in the mode where you're making some like serious plans or tough decisions here. That's just what I'm feeling with the Seven of Cups in the upright underneath this Emperor. Yeah, because that is a card of options. It's also a card of thinking. So I am still picking this up. Within the spread itself, we have a lot of mental cards, cards of thought, daydreaming. So in this time in particular, your mind might be going a little more than usual. Because notice, surrounding this Emperor, we have these two mentally stimulating types of energies. But I do feel a lot of you have a lot of options at play, a lot of routes you can go with things, a lot of ways you can solve issues. You might have more at your disposal than you think, than you realize. Okay, but this could be a time of either planning into the future, like a 5-year plan, or choosing your next move, choosing your next option. But this can be a tough decision, a tough choice as well. Like, all right, I need to narrow it down. I need to get this cup out of here, move that cup around, and pursue this one. So let's see what's up with that 9 of Swords. I'm just going to place that down. It is what it is. And also, once again, this could be somebody thinking about you quite a bit, stressing about you. We'll see what's up with that 9 of Swords. Then we'll do a recap before we get the shadow card. Very interesting type of spread. And in Aries season, for a lot of Aries, things could be opening up in a very big way, even if they feel a little frustrating. So there could be a lot of different things picking up steam. Let's see what's up with that 9 of Swords. So I'm not feeling treachery here. All right, just as I say, my card of treachery comes out. We have the 7 of Swords. This is absolutely an energy of regret. Okay, I'm feeling that, especially with what we have going on here with the 10 of Wands in the beginning. We have the 7 of Swords underneath the 9 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is a card of things happening in the dark, possibly someone that's a little bit sneaky, a little bit underhanded. And when I see it under a stress-filled card like the 9 of Swords, this is somebody that is having regrets for something they may have done. Specifically, if you've recently had anyone that's backstabbing or doing things in the dark, watch out for that. But this can be a card of mystery as well. So under the 9 of Swords, this could be someone you're linked to trying to hide how stressed they are, trying to hide how nervous or affected they are by something. But under the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Swords is just telling me, like, yeah, there's a lot of regret here. Like, someone may have done something that they're not too proud of, and they're not really happy about it, like the results. Like, there is this big feeling of regret. Let's go through and do a quick little recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card, because I feel like we have a lot of different things happening here. Tons of mental energy with all the air showing up and the 7 of Cups. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Knight of Pentacles with the 10 of Wands in the upright. So yeah, maybe it's an earth sign you're connected to. They have a lot of weight on their shoulders. There's a big burden. For some of you, this is an energy of frustration. So you might be going through situations or issues that you find a little frustrating, that you wish you could just move forward or jump ahead in time for some reason. Moving to the center, though, we have the Emperor with the 7 of Cups. Aries season might be very kind to you, because a lot of things could be opening up, a lot of options, a lot of paths. Your mind might be going a little bit, or someone has you on the mind here. But the main thing I was feeling here is like, all right, process of elimination, time to make choices, time to make decisions, and it could be tough. Moving to the very back end, 9 of Swords, 7 of Swords. I would say that's the most concerning type of alignment in this spread this week. And it was giving me somebody holding on to guilt or regret, somebody like not too happy about what they've done in some sort of way. So take from that what you will. It could also be somebody trying to hide or suppress their nerves, their anxiety. So please take a screenshot of that if you want to look into it further. We're going to get you a shadow card. Very up and down, but I feel like there's a silver lining this week, Aries, especially with this middle alignment. Let's get you one shadow card just to end this off nice. What do we got in the shadows for Aries, please? And yeah, I'm using the Shadowland Tarot. It's one of my favorite decks for doing shadow work, whether it's something within yourself or something you don't quite see. This is always a nice introspective way to end off a reading. Let's get you one shadow card. Thank you. Yeah, the Devil. And this card is very common in the shadows. For a portion of you, this could represent a Capricorn that you have a history with. Might not be the best. But aside from that, and if you're a Capricorn cross-watching, it's only due to the goat symbolism. But when I see the Devil in the shadows, this is somebody trying to hide something, right? This is somebody, inner demons think. Because when we pull the shadow section, it's either something you don't see, right? We had this little sneakiness, so hopefully this isn't somebody that's untrustworthy. But the Devil could be so many different things. This could represent addictions. This could represent bad behaviors, mental obsessions. So there might be someone that's a little obsessed in some sense. Like, take from that what you will. But when we have this Devil card, it's not the nicest. It's that inner demon. So for a lot of you, if you're not tempted by things in this time, whether it's going back to old behaviors, this is an energy that might need your attention in a big way, especially when it's in the shadows, because it's not the best vibe. It's not the nicest vibe. And we all have that shadow side within us, right? We all have inner demons. Spirit's asking you to take an honest, close, hard look at it. So Aries, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the March subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the February subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air sign readings. But for March, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. This is a new deck and it is absolutely awesome. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments out of this week's reading which card spoke to you the most. At the end of the month, the winners will be in the community tab once again. My friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.